Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we are going to discuss about Cognizant Genc hiring updates, and I will also be discussing about the results updates for those candidates who have given their assessments in like last month or like before 1 or 2 weeks. So make sure that you watch the video till complete, and as there will be a lot of important tips and tricks. Also, I will be telling you from where you can prepare best for your Cognizant Genc assessments which are going to happen in the recent time, and I will be telling you the resources from where you can get the actual questions in your Cognizant Genc assessments. So without wasting any time, let's get started with today's video. And if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel as I regularly post these kinds of helpful videos for all of you on regular basis. So let's see first of all what are we going to discuss in today's video. We are going to see like communication assessment recap, because recently you have completed your communication assessment. I was getting few queries. I will be answering them because one of the common questions which I was getting was, is communication assessment an elimination round or not? So I will be answering that. Then we will see aptitude and technical assessment dates and some details about that. We are also going to see the assessments format and syllabus for your upcoming assessments, which is your aptitude assessment. Then we are going to see elimination round confusion things, and then interview call status for 2024 batch or the previous batch candidates. And then we are going to see some final tips and free resources information. Let's get started and let's see the first thing, which is your communication assessment recap. So guys, if you have completed your communication assessment, the next stages are going to be your aptitude assessment and technical assessment. And your aptitude assessments are mostly scheduled for 8th of May and technical assessments are scheduled for 12th of May. You don't have much time to prepare, so let's break it down, okay? And this might be the email that you might have received, that is, dear candidate, greetings from Cognizant. We are pleased to share you that you are eligible for the next step in the hiring process and are scheduled for communication assessment, which was on May 5, and you will receive an email from Superset with the assessment link along with the email, along with all the details required to perform the system readiness check in advance. And your aptitude assessment date is 8th of May and technical assessment date is 12th of May. Moving on, is communication assessment an elimination round? So guys, this is a very common doubt. We usually get it all the time. Officially from Cognizant side, it is not an elimination round. You have to understand that. However, in reality, some students don't receive further updates if their performance was not up to the mark in communication assessment. That is what we have observed from last 3 to 4 months. That is why. So you can say that there is some level of filtering that is involved. If your performance is very bad in communication assessment, or if you have not even attempted the communication assessment, we have seen that. But again guys, communication assessment officially is not an elimination round. Neither do your aptitude or technical assessment. You have to understand that in Cognizant Genc hiring phase, there are 3 types of assessments, which is your communication assessment, then is your aptitude assessment, and then your tech assessment. All these 3 assessments are individual assessments in itself. You have to appear for them, and then finally once you appear for that, your results, average results will be evaluated, okay, based on the performance of all the 3 assessments. And then you will be given a role that is either Genc or Genc Next, okay, or Genc Pro, based on how you have performed well. And after that you will be having an interview. So which means that before your interview, you will be getting your role finalized, that which role you have been shortlisted for, and then you will be interviewing for that specific role. So you can say that if your performance was not good in these 3 assessments, you might not get shortlisted for interview and you will get rejected. So that is why these assessments holds an important value, but in individual, these 3 assessments are not elimination rounds. You have to understand that. I hope it is clear. If you have any more doubts around this, you can definitely ask me in the comment section. Moving on to the next part, which is your aptitude assessment format, which is going to happen on 8th of May. The aptitude test is basically divided into your gamified aptitude, okay. So I would recommend you that try reaching to level 8 or 9, because this is what the most cutoff we have seen in the last few months where when the Genc assessments has happened. So if you reach level 8 or 9, it is very good. Next is your quantitative sections. In that you will have 30 sections, 30 questions in 30 minutes, and you will be getting around 1 minute for each question. So target at least 22 plus correct questions in the quantitative aptitude and reach 8 plus levels in the gamified aptitude. This, if you achieve this, then you have a good chance of getting shortlisted for even higher roles and even getting an interview call. I hope this much is clear. Let's move forward. Now let's talk about technical assessment format, which is going to happen on 12th of May. Based on your cluster, you will face different question patterns. Now guys, before we dive deep into the question patterns, let me clarify a few of the questions which will come to you after 2 or 3 days. Okay, like 1 or 2 days before like your technical assessment, you will have all these queries which I am answering now itself. The first query will be, sir, we have not registered for any cluster. We don't know what cluster we have registered for because we just directly registered for the Gen Z hiring, right? So this would be first question. So you have to understand that by default they say that if you don't select any cluster, your registration happens for cluster 1. Okay, this is what they say. Now your registration happens for cluster 1, which does not, you don't have to consider yourself that okay, I have not selected anything, which means definitely I will get cluster 1. No, your registration happens. Now the second thing is, Cognizant has clearly mentioned in their notification that they are giving you an option to choose your cluster. Okay, but the final decision will be there. Okay, the final decision of cluster allotment will be of Cognizant. Okay, so you have to understand that even though you have registered for cluster 2, cluster 3, cluster 1 doesn't matter. For example, if a candidate has registered for cluster 2, right, which is Python, I guess, so there is very high chances that they can even get a cluster 3 when they attempt it. Now you might be confused that how we will get to know which cluster we have got. So for that, what you need to do, as soon as you get your assessment link, what you have to do, you have to click on that link. Don't worry, when you will click on, the assessment won't start. You just have to click on that link. On the first screen itself, you can see CL1, CL2, something like that, which will clarify which cluster you have got. Okay, based on that only you can get clarified that this is the cluster that you have been allotted to, and your registration clusters, to be honest, does not even matters also. There are chances that you will get that, there are chances you won't get that, and you can't say that I have not even registered for this cluster, why we have got this, because Cognizant has already clarified in their notification that final decision of cluster allotment will be theirs. I hope this part is clear now, and if there is any more doubts, please you can ask me in the comment section. Let's now see what is the cluster 1. Cluster 1, you will have 2 coding questions. I think cluster 1 is Java, so you will have 2 coding questions based on Java, then 2 SQL questions, and then 1 web-based question. Now in SQL questions, you can get questions based on queries. Okay. Now coming to cluster 2, in that you will have 2 coding questions based on Python. Then you will have like 10 MCQs based on cloud computing. Okay, cloud computing. And guys, if you are not aware, you have to go to my channel. You have to look for the playlist. I will show you what from where you can find the preparation material. Everything, exact repeated questions are going to come, which are going to come is all covered. Okay, I have already created a lot of videos, and the candidates who have appeared for this Cognizant Genc hiring in the last months, they have actually told that they have seen the exact same queries, questions, and questions in the aptitude assessment. Like the questions got exactly repeated. Okay, that's why I'm saying you have to go to this playlist and you have to see these videos. Okay, you will see latest Genc technical assessment actual questions, most repeated. Technical questions are actually asked on 7th March. Okay, so make sure that you definitely prepare from this playlist. It is going to be super helpful and it will boost your chances of getting selected. Next is you will get 2 SQL questions again, which is query based in this cluster also. Then coming to cluster 3, you will be having 2 coding questions based on C#, and then 2 SQL questions, 1 web based, which will be Python specific. Not Python specific, this will be your HTML specific only mostly, but sometimes it was considered Python also, like we have seen Python specific questions also, so that is why I have added that. Overall difficulty of your this assessment will be medium, but SQL and web questions can slightly be tough. It depends on set to set, which set you have got. Moving on, now let's talk about the interview call status for 2024 batch candidates who have appeared for the Genc hiring in the month of March. Many of the 2024 batch candidates are still waiting for their interview emails. Official interview invites were expected around 1st of May. Some delays have occurred, but mails are expected soon. If you have received your interview email, let us know in the comment section. With that, we get to know what is the current hiring status as of now. Some final tips for all of you guys who are going to appear for your assessments. You will likely get around 3 days to prepare for your assessments. Use the mock test and the videos which I have shared on my channel. These will be super helpful in your preparation, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would highly recommend you that you subscribe now itself, because in the upcoming 3 to 5 days I am going to post actual exact questions which will be coming in your assessment test, so those videos are going to be super helpful for all of you. So that's why make sure that you keep subscribed to the channel, and then you can get the latest updates. In technical rounds, coding and SQL are the focus, so revise well around that. and interviews are getting deep and tough. Cover OOPS projects, logic based questions, and a basic of code snippets if you have been shortlisted for Cognizant Genc Next and Pro profiles. And if you have any more doubts, you can let me know in the comment section. Basically, I have tried to cover almost everything which was possible from my end. You can join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can even ask your queries over Insta DM too. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as it really motivates me to bring more such helpful content for all of you. And it will also be helpful for you so that you get latest updates from my channel, not just Genc updates, but also other off-campus drives which are regularly ongoing, because I regularly post off-campus drives on my channel on daily basis. So guys, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next time.